from sunny Marbella. My name's Becky and we're just going to do a little shoulder and neck tension release class today. Just a short one. I think a lot of us have tension in our shoulders, we often hunch, so just trying to release that today. So I want you to start in a comfortable position, so you can sit cross-legged, or if that's uncomfortable for you, you can sit in a kneeling position, or you can elevate the hips and sit on a block or a cushion or bolster, whatever you have available to you. So let's get started. Take the hands to rest lightly on the knees or at the side of you and close the eyes. Try to sit tall. Feel the spine elongating, growing tall. Sitting on both sitting bones equally, the crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. Focusing on your breath, breathing in and out just through the nose, so keeping the mouth closed. And trying to make your breath equal, so a steady inhalation and exhalation of the same length. Relax the body, relax the mind. Start to focus on your shoulders, drawing down. Feel them relaxing more with each exhalation. Feel the tension just melting away, the shoulders softening. Utilize your breath. The exhalation relaxes you more. The shoulders draw down more towards the ground. And then we'll nod the chin all the way down to the chest. So you can keep the eyes closed or you can open the eyes at this point. And then just taking half neck rolls very slowly. So we take the right ear to the right shoulder. And then coming back down, chin to chest. Left ear goes to left shoulder. And back to center. Chin comes down to chest. Keeping this going. Just noticing how the neck feels today. If you feel any tightness, any little clicks, any sensations in the neck. And as you do this, focus on keeping the shoulders down, so don't hunch them up. And the next time the chin comes back to center, staying there. And then we all raise the head and raise the gaze, eyes open now. Inhale, take the arms out at the side of you. And then exhale, palm the hands, interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you and press through the upper back. So you're extending the shoulders forward, separating through the shoulder blades. Keep the core drawing in. So you're avoiding any slouching, any something like this. Keep sitting tall. Steady breaths. On your next inhalation, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, sunshine the arms out down to the side. Turn the palms to face up. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms away from you, pressing the hands forward, again separating through the upper back, the shoulder blades separate. On your next inhalation, lifting the arms up overhead, but avoiding this happening, so keep the shoulders drawing down. And as you exhale, sunshine the arms out, taking them down at the side of the body. Drawing the right ear to the right shoulder, just taking it directly over to the side. And the right hand can rest on the head. Option to extend the left fingertips away from you, feeling that neck stretch even more. Try not to press with the hand, just the added weight of the hand naturally eases the head deeper into the stretch. You don't want to be pressing. Remove the hand as you carefully take the head back to center and then over to the left ear to left shoulder. Left hand can rest on the head. Option to reach the right fingertips away from you. steady breaths. Hear your own breath. Let it be a joyful sound. And releasing the hand, head comes back up to center, hands come to rest on the knees, but we're just going to switch the cross of the legs so we do equal things on both sides. So hands resting on the knees. That sets a circle from the hips. So try to exhale as you come forward and inhaling as you move back. Gradually increasing your circles, making them slightly bigger each time you move through this. And change direction. Try to keep the spine straight so we're not rounding down too far. The shoulders are relaxing and just moving naturally. Can you increase your circles for these final two? And the next time you come to the top, just holding there, sitting tall again through the spine. Take the left fingertips to rest on the floor. Inhale, sweeping the right arm up, and exhale, leaning over to your side, feeling a stretch in the side of the body. So I want you to reach through with the right fingers, but also notice what's happening in this left shoulder. So is it crunching up into the neck? Release, let it relax down, notice the difference, and if it feels okay for the neck, you can turn the gaze slightly up. Inhale, pressing into your left hand to come up. Right fingertips come down to the floor. As you inhale, sweep the left arm and reach tall. Exhaling over to your right. Again, noticing this right shoulder. Let it relax down. Bend as much as you need to in the right elbow. Reach through the left fingertips and turn your gaze up if it's okay for the neck. Inhale to come back up, and exhale, taking that hand down. Let's roll over onto our knees and come into a tabletop position. So let's make sure that the knees are stacked under the hips and the wrists, draw them back underneath the shoulders. Taking a few cat-cows, we inhale to look up here. Exhale, round through the spine and tuck the chin in. Press the floor away from you. Inhale, gazing up. Exhaling to round. Move with your breath at your pace. Make it one continuous fluid movement. Making this your final one here. And then coming back to a flat back, a neutral spine. And then we're just going to sit back on the heels. Extended child's pose. Draw the arms forward in front. An option to lift up onto the fingertips here. Pressing the fingertips into the ground enables you to press the bottom back more. Feel the lengthening in the shoulders. Couple of breaths here. Keep the left hand where it is and thread the right arm through. So threading the needle. Take the right ear towards the floor. It might rest down, it might hover, or you might want to put a block under the head if you have one handy. I want you to focus on this right shoulder, so make sure it's not reaching up too high. So draw it down towards the knees as also you draw it through, and turn your gaze underneath the left armpit. Use your exhalation to relax the right shoulder down into the ground. starting to draw the right arm back through, replacing in front of you on fingertips if you can, and then threading the left arm through. Shoulder rests down, or maybe it hovers, but you draw it down towards the knees and also through, and your gaze turns under the right armpit. One more breath. Sliding that hand back through and replacing on fingertips, press the bottom back one more time. And then walk the hands back towards the knees. Coming into a kneeling position, we take our hands behind you, interlace the fingers, press the knuckles down towards the floor and open through the chest. See if you can glue the palms of your hands together. See if now you can maybe start to float the arms up away from the back. And then slowly release the arms. So staying in your kneeling position if you can, you might need to readjust slightly. I'm just going to turn so you can see me, and taking the fingertips to the shoulders, we're just going to circle the shoulders around. So imagine you've got a pencil on your elbows and you're drawing a circle on walls at the side of you. Making it a slow movement, no need to rush. And changing direction. One more time. And releasing. Coming into puppy pose. So I want you to have the knees back underneath the hips and lock this area. So lock the hips over the knees. There should be no forward and back movement here. So stabilize this area as you start to take the hands wider than the shoulders and melt the chest down towards the ground. So some of you might be able to get your chest down, or you might be slightly up off the floor. It doesn't matter where you are, just imagine your chest melting down towards the ground and make sure you can feel a stretch in the shoulders. Focus on your breath. One more breath here. And then relax the elbows down, slide the body forward, coming into a Sphinx Pose. So the elbows come underneath the shoulders, we press the hands into the floor. Turn the tops of the feet to press into the floor, the big toes face each other. As you inhale, you lift the chest. Imagine extending the body forward and drawing the shoulders down, sliding the shoulders down the back. Keep the belly engaged, the navel lock engaged. Feel the stretch in the abdominals. Keep pressing the feet into the floor. One more breath. And as you exhale, starting to roll the body back down. Taking the right arm out like a fork. So the right arm comes out on the floor here. So it's like this, I'll show you on this side. So the elbow comes in line with the shoulder, and then you create a right angle with the elbow. So that's with your right arm. And then you take your right ear to the mat, come onto the left fingertips and start to lift the knees up and see if you can draw them up about in line with the hips and stack them on top of each other. So just be very careful, very mindful of your right shoulder. So it might be quite tight. If it is, you can take the knees a little bit lower, or you can extend the bottom leg underneath and just take the top leg over. So it's about just adjusting and seeing what works best for you. If your shoulders aren't too tight and it feels okay, you can take the left hand off the floor and reach behind, taking the back of the hand or the palm of the hand into the lower back. Focusing with each exhalation on just leaning slightly back into your right shoulder. Can be quite an intense stretch, this one, so just be mindful. You don't need to go too far. If the arms too much behind the back, take it back to the floor and take the weight slightly further forward. And then slowly we all extend the legs and roll straight onto the other side. So making a fork position with the left hand. The left ear comes to the mat, the right fingertips come to the floor. And then start to draw the knees up. Options again. Keeping the bottom leg straight. Or the knees just lower down, or maybe the hand comes around behind the back. One more breath. If the hand was behind you, take it back to the floor first. And then we can all extend our legs, rolling onto the belly. Just taking the hands behind you, back to the hands rest on the floor. Keep the gaze down at the floor so the neck stays in line with the spine. As you press the tops of the feet into the floor, inhale, just lifting the chest. And exhale, lower 2 more. Inhaling to lift the body. Exhale, lower 1 more time with your breath. And then sliding the hands back under the shoulders, pressing up onto your knees and back into that extended child's pose. Lifting up onto fingertips if you can, palms of the hands away from the floor. And this time I want you to sweep the arms around, resting the hands on the floor behind you, so backs of the hands rest down, full child's pose. Try to relax the shoulders here, let them sink down towards the ground. Tucking the chin in, starting to roll up through the spine. And all the way up to a seated position. And then just coming to lay down. Taking your Shavasana, open through the shoulders, so open through the chest. Take the palms of the hands to face up and have a gap between the hand and the body. Roll the shoulder blades together underneath you and then place them down on the mat. Relaxing here, close the eyes if that's comfortable for you. Just focus like we did at the beginning on the shoulders, relaxing, the steady breath. Take as long as you need here.